Hey, I'm Brett, he, him.
Hola.
Hola? Yeah, that's cultural appropriation. That ain't it, Chief.
Really? Isn't Chief cultural appropriation too? And secondly, I'm from Cuba.
That's awesome. I love your sandwiches. You know, it is pretty sad that those Cubans don't really appreciate the great social programs they've got. Am I right, Chief? I mean, person, Cuba person.
Great social programs? What are you talking about?
Well, you know, like take healthcare, for instance.
Yes, we had healthcare, but it mostly consists of us rubbing dirt in our wounds. But my grandmother was able to build this pretty cool wheelchair out of an old washing machine.
You must be mistaken. I learned all about Cuba's excellent social programs in college.
Is that right? How long have you been in college?
Half a semester. So yeah, I'm pretty much an expert on socialism. In fact, I'm inviting people to the meeting my group is having. Socialists undermining capitalist knowledge.
Ay, ay, ay. Tell me what else you've learned in college about my country, Mr.
This is so classic. I love the way that they do these videos. I mean, it's just basically making fun of the elitists, the elitists that are in the establishment. Also students who just think that they're virtue signaling every single freaking day of their lives. You know, Gen Z, the millennials, thinking that they know everything. They, like he said, they have one semester of studies. Next thing, they're a freaking expert in socialism and Marxism, in, everything woke. And just basically saying, the guy said, when he said, yeah, their healthcare consists of rubbing dirt on a wound or whatever. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And that's what you need to do, folks. We need to use satire. We need to use comedy because it hits at the emotional, the emotional aspect of the idiocy, the stupidity, the moronicity of the left, of leftists, of liberals, of the Democrats. And that's exactly, let's continue and see what the old man has to teach this young social justice warrior, virtue signaling idiot.
Expert?
Bernie Sanders taught me that Cuba has great literacy programs.
Yeah, we used to have to write, I will obey Fidel Castro 100 times every morning.
Also, Bernie taught me that the poor rose up and they stole the means of production from the ugly rich people. That sounds amazing.
We didn't own anything with regards to production. But what we did have, we had a 20-year-old anemic donkey named Gus. I do miss Gus, but he was delicious.
Are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Money makes the world go round. Crypto makes the world go forward.
This kid is just, it's satire. But he basically is talking about Bernie Sanders and how Bernie Sanders obviously just thinks that, Cuba is absolutely that country is a shining country on the sea. And then Bernie Sanders, when he talks about, Cuba, when he talks about Russia, visiting these countries, basically saying that we need to import parts of their socialist ideas, their Marxist ideas, over to the United States of America. And this is exactly what's being taught to these kids in school.
Okay, by the way, how did you end up in this dystopian capitalist country anyway? We've got it really rough here.
Hey, did you order the orange mocha frappuccino?
Oh yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I hate when they look at you like they expect a tip. Anyway, yeah.
That is just so classic because it is exactly, here you are talking about these social justice warriors, virtue signaling, white elitist college students, and, talking about that the workers, we got to support the workers. We got to do everything that we can. And so what happens? Somebody comes over there, hands him a drink. He doesn't want to tip him. So as I said, just showing the hypocrisy that is so prevalent within these virtue signaling students.
How did you end up in this terrible place?
We escaped on a raft made out of a mattress and inflated surgical glove.
You mean to tell me that you came to America on purpose?
No, not on a porpoise, on a raft.
I just... I don't understand how somebody could flee Cuban paradise and come to this oppressive, totalitarian hellscape.
I can tell you, we didn't have any of.
So he pulls out his phone. I mean, isn't that what happens, folks? I mean, remember when we heard Greta Thunberg and she's talking about, you had all these, for climate change, and all the students, they leave their schools and they protest for a day. And then what happens when you go back and you ask them and say, hey, the energy that you're using and all the parts and stuff that you need to make this phone, where do you think it's coming from? Where do you think it's being mined from? What do you think is being done to the environment? Are you going to shut off your AC? Are you going to get rid of your phone, your car, your house, your bathrooms? Are you going to keep them outside now instead of inside the house? I mean, all these things is just, again, virtue signaling. Nobody wants to do it. It feels good, but then in the long run, hey, guess what? Everybody else do it, but not me.
Those in Cuba, that I can guarantee you.
What, you mean that in Cuba you guys only have like iPhone 12s? No, don't tell me. iPhone 11s? No, that can't be right.
You young people don't have any idea what socialism is like.
My ride's here. Yeah, Mom. Yes, I'll be there in a second. Gosh, now I'm gonna be late to the Antifa protest.
Just classic. That's what we need to do. Use humor, go on the offense, utilize everything that we can to literally poke holes of the hypocrisy that is being shown by these social justice warriors, these virtue signaling, students. And it's not only students. I mean, it's in academia, obviously. It's the professors at the colleges and universities. It's the hypocrites in Hollywood. It's the people in mainstream media, the alphabet, networks. It's everywhere there's hypocrisy. And just continue to shine the light, because they say light's the best disinfectant, to show off, to basically show the stupidity and the moronicity, the asininity of the positions that leftist liberals and the social justice warrior virtue signaling people have. Hope you enjoyed this video. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.